Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a real look at the Vista, or in my case, the Vista 3. We did a review of this quite a while ago, but it was missing some of the kind of components that I usually do now when I do reviews, such as the upgrade paths and the teardown. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So, the number after the name, as I've said a few times, is the tier system. The higher the number, the better the base stats of the vessel. So, for instance, this tier 3 version has a 38 power reactor, whereas tier 2 version might only have a 35 power reactor, and a tier 1 version might only have 30. Aside from that, aesthetically, the ship will be exactly the same. So, yeah, let's look at the stats, shall we? So actually, before we look at stats, let's kind of, I suppose, give a brief little overview of the vessel. So it's an amalgamation of like multiple manufacturers. We've got some Stroud Eklund, some Nova Galactic, some Deimos, and I don't think there's any Tayo. I think Tayo is the only one kind of missing out. It's kind of unusual in its like styling. I'm not really sure what it's trying to necessarily be. Like, it's definitely, like, an interesting looking ship. But yeah, stat-wise, got a fuel of 800, which is really good. Like, that's extremely high. You probably don't need all that fuel, but, you know, it's nice to have it. It's got a hull of 1336, one off of elite status, but it's not too bad. Anything over kind of 1200 for a C-class is always really nice. Got a cargo capacity of 38 or 3280, so just over 3.2k. Again, that's pretty decent. It's not the highest, but you know it's good enough. Gets the job done. It's got the C-class reactor, 38 power. Again, not too bad. 2 off of max, but that's not a huge issue. It's got a crew of 6, which is very nice. It's got a jump range of 30 light years. Shields of 1350. It's not the worst shield. Like, well, it's not actually. Yeah, it's quite decent, but obviously, we could go higher. We get up to 600. And then for weaponry, we have turreted lasers, 2 there, mounted on the front. Turreted ballistics, 2 there, also mounted on the front. And then we have an EM weapon mounted there on the side. So the price of this vessel for me is 375,429. Now that price will vary depending on the perks and the tier. If you buy a lower tier version, it's going to be significantly cheaper. Whereas if you're buying this version without perks, it's probably going to cost you maybe 420, 430. So I purchased this ship here. We are on Titan. Titan is one of it's one of Saturn's moons here in the Sol system. So you can come here and check. This is also kind of, it can be purchased at any of the generic NPC vendors. So if you come to Titan, it's not here, I would maybe check Mars on the planet. And if it's not there, you can check some of the other locations, but I'd probably just land on Mercury or Venus. And wait 24 hours in games. Both of those planets, 24 hours on the planet is over 2,000 hours. That'll reset the vendor's inventory, and then, yeah, it should be there, but it could take a bit. It's a bit RNG, but you'll eventually get it. Anyway, we're going to go to our usual spot now and do the walkthrough. Alright, so here we are in the little overview. So it's quite a nice looking ship. It's got a lot of kind of different pieces that don't really look too good on it personally. I have some ideas on how I'm gonna like upgrade it. Probably gonna tear off some of the non-Nova Galactic pieces. But anyway, let's get in. Let me try not to break my leg. Hey, I did not break my leg. Okay, so entryway is on the side here. We have little Stroud Eklund landing gear, and then in here we have a lot of landing gear. I think landing gear is slightly overkill. Oh, we have a tail landing gear. We have one singular tail landing gear at the back. It's kind of funny. Anyway, in we go. Stroud Eklund entryway. Oh, it's nice. We got a little ramp and a stairs, you know, for if you just want a bit more exercise. Oh, bucket's floor. So immediately we have 1x1 storage room, I believe. And then if we take this door here, this leads to a science lab. Okay, Nova Galactic science lab, really cool. I love the Nova Galactic stuff. Got all this kind of like clutter, makes it feel like lived in. Really, really cool. microscope. And then over the other side here, we have the pharmaceutical lab and the research lab. Something I was thinking, I kind of wish they did. So you guys know how like the galley in the kitchens in these, like this one isn't. Is this one a galley? Yeah. So see the way how these like are technically like cooking stations. It'd be kind of cool if with the science lab they made like some of these like science stations as well. Like you could like click on them, or like research stations. Anyway, just a slight little thing. And then if we come to the next room here, we have an infirmary, which is very nice. Again, we've got 2 of these pharmaceutical labs, which is kind of a bit overkill, but you know, it's not bad, not the worst thing. Then we have another research lab, and then we have these 2 beds here for the crew if they get sick on board. And then we have this little. I really love how Nova Galactic. So these are like initially, I believe these are the bed kind of pods, but like Nova Galactic have like repurposed them to act as like desks, which is very, very cool. Very modular. And if we head this way, we have a little 1x1 storage room. Nice little view. And Sam, you weren't sitting there a minute ago. Where is your creepy daughter? Anyway, we come back this way and we're going to go up to the next level. So up here, we are immediately in the armory. Nova Galactic Armory, fun fact, is one of the only armories, I believe, that has these mannequins, which is really cool. And then we have some weapons cases here. A lot of weapon storage if you want to store your stuff. Really, really cool. A lot of ample storage. And if we come around here, we've got more ample storage, and this is just kind of a bit of a storage area for just generic stuff. We open this door here. We have, I believe this is going to be a mess hall. Yep, this is a Nova Galactic mess hall or living quarters. I'm not sure. I think it's a mess hall. I don't think I've seen this on many ships. It's really, really cool. So in the main area here, we have room for 16 people to sit down and eat, which is really nice. Off to the left here, we have nice little view here. We got a kitchen with the cooking station. Nice little kind of an L shape countertop. Galley there. So you've got 2 areas to cook, and then we've got some freezers, and then back here we've got more freezers. And then the other side here we've got a little more storage, and then a little kind of a more relaxed kind of eating area slash lounge. Another doorway or another window here, and a little desk there, which is pretty nice. And I'm just going to check over here what's in this door. So this in here is it's a little 1x1 storage way, and we go up here and we have another 1x1 companionway that leads to the docking port. And then over here we have a little window. We're just going to drop back down real quick before we check there, because I believe that takes to the bridge. So we have a door through this area here. Oh, what is this? Is this another living quarters?
Mom says we might go to Paradiso.
Oh,
next
Jesus
year.
Christ,
She's
Cora.
almost
Stop doing that, child.
I wonder if they have any good bookstores.
No, they don't. It's a shithole. Sorry, you should probably not be that blunt with children, but you know, I don't want to let her down gently. Paradiso is not a nice place, at least for me. I'm a nice guy, so. Anyways, so we have this little kind of storage area slash like seating area here. And then we have another kind of storage area with some more kind of generic storage. We have a cooking station here, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what this is supposed to be, if this is like another living quarters. Cooking station there. We've got the bathroom there. Very nice. Someone's playing chess, but the board isn't there. Okay. Is that a Rubik's Cube? Yeah, it's a Rubik's Cube. Well, some version. Got some seats here. Another Rubik's Cube. Got a little desk there, and we have some beds here. I think this is a living quarters, whereas the other one's a mess hall. Really like these little kind of pods. And we got another window there, looking out to the foggy. It's a foggy morning in New Atlantis. And then if we come over this way, what is in here? Oh, this is a captain's quarters. This is I really like the, like Nova Galactics, they're always just phenomenal. So we got like desk here. Sadly, no chair. We've got some other stuff there. Got a nice little storage option. A load of clutter on the shelves there. Oh. That little aquarium, I think? That's kind of cool. We got another desk here. Very nice. And then we come here. We have this living area with the pod. Really comfy bed here. Got some storage. Got a, what are they called? A notice board. More storage. Very comfy little armchair. Supply shelf. And then over here we have a little corner piece and another armchair. That's pretty bad. So all in all, a pretty nice room. Like Nova Galactic, I've always said this. Nova Galactic have like the nicest interiors. They're just miles above everyone else. It also probably helps that it's unique. The other manufacturers copy one another, like Deimos and Stroud Eklund are the same, and Tayo and Hope Tech are the same. Anyway, we come back up this way, and up here we have the engine room. Okay, interesting. And I'm assuming the engine room is just going to lead to the bridge. Is it? Yes, it is. So, here we are on the bridge. Really, really nice, big looking bridge. Very, very cool. This is a Deimos bridge, I believe. Nice little views. Got your captain's quarters and all your storage there. Got some of these jump seats here. They're kind of cool. Like for a... I like it from like kind of like... If you're looking from like a lower point of view, it's cool that like it has these extra seats for like your crew, but like this, I feel like the only people that would be sitting here would, let's say, be like security personnel. Obviously we have like your pilot seat and then your co-pilot seat, and then technically like the captain could stand here and be like, you know, in command. But I kind of wish there was like a few more like seating. Like why not put like a seat here, another seat the other side. Anyway, let's take it off and see how she performs.
This ain't like getting around to a tome. You understand?
Fine, okay. I'm going.
Alright, so let's see how it takes off. Very foggy today. As always, I have a perk that increases my power by 5. So for the sake of this review, we're going to be not using 5 power. Got a lot of lifting landing here. Alright, so let me put some points there. So you've got a little bit of points to play around with the current configuration. If we were to get that extra reactor in the base version, we'd be able to power everything fully. So the lasers and the ballistics are both turreted, so you can't fire them. The EM is not turreted, so you can fire that. So quick speed test. So base speed, it's probably going to be 130, just going by the engine on the back. Yeah, it's 130. Boost speed of... What are we thinking? Probably like 350? 380, not too bad. It's kind of C-class, what's expected. We're going to do a quick pitch test. Pitch up. Ooh, this is slow. This is very slow. Okay, yeah, that's quite slow. Quick yaw. Yeah, these are both like a 3 or a 4. And then the roll. Roll's not too bad. Alright, so now we're going to go and do a teardown real quick. Alright, so here we are on the teardown. Oh, whoops, oh no, I just realized that needs to go there. Anyway, so we have 3 sections. The top section, we'll start off with the weapons since they're all here. So we've got 2 of these Marauder 115N railgun turrets from Horizon Defense. They're C-class, 800 range, 1.5 fire rate, 85.04 hull damage, 25.19 shield damage, and max power. Now, these railguns aren't bad. My big issue with it, well, I have 2 issues with it. One, the power is 4, and that's just because I'm a bit of a miser when it comes to power. But, you know, that's just a personal preference. I've always been one of those people where it's like, if I have to prioritize, like, defenses or offenses, I always go defenses. Anyway, second thing is, the range is quite weak on them. Like, 800 meters on, like, it's a railgun. Like, railguns have technically infinite range. Anyway, rant's over. We've also got two of these Reza 300 PHC SX pulse laser turrets from Shinigami, C class, 1800 range, 4 fire rate, 39.89 shield damage. I don't know why I said hull damage or shield damage last time, and 4 power. Again, they're quite expensive. They're also mounted on some. They're both mounted here and here on these equipment plates. And then next we have the DS 30.2 Ares Bridge from Deimos, 320 cargo, 8 crew stations, which is pretty nice. Behind that we have a Nova Galactic Engineering Bay, 3x1. And then we have the Fuser DC-403 reactor from Deep Core, C-Class, 38 power, 1190 hull. Now for the reactor, we could definitely improve the reactor. If we go with the SF-40, this bad boy gives us an extra 2 power, but it also gives us more hull, which is very nice. It's about the same price, and it requires starter design 4 instead of 3. They're both, you have to be around level 55 to 60 to unlock them anyway, so just heads up. And then for fuel storage, we have two of these 700T helium-3 tanks from Ballistic Solutions. They both give 400 each. And then at the back, we have a single Galleon S204 cargo hold from Protectorate Systems, 1480. Pretty nice, pretty heavy though. And then for the structural pieces, we have two of these Hope Tech pipe forward. Also, I think I missed this. Sorry, we have a Nova Galactic Companionway 1x1 with a Docker, Connect Pro Docker from Stroud Eklund mounted on the side there. We have two of these Hope Tech pipes forward, two of them. We have the equipment plate from Tayo there. We have a Nova bracer on that side. We have two of these Deimos Wing C, one on starboard, one on port. We have two of these Nova Cowlings 2L, one is on the back, one is on the front. And then weirdly we have this Horizon weapon mount, like this single one there. I don't know why that's there, because I can't really do much. Anyway, on to the next part of the vessel. So we have the Nova Galactic Captain's Quarters here, 2x1. We have the Nova Galactic All-in-One Berth, 2x2. Nova Galactic Mess Hall, 2x3. Nova Galactic Storeroom, 1x1. And Nova Galactic Armory, 1x1. Pretty decent. I'd probably swap out the... potentially on how you're going to build it. At the end of this, I'll show you how I'm going to build it. I'm probably going to build it like kind of like an all-arounder. But the Mess Hall is quite cool. But if you didn't want it, you could obviously swap for something more useful. Anyway, and then we have, for the weaponry, on the side here, we mounted on a Horizon weapon mount. We have the Tatsu 500 EM suppressor from Shinigami. C-Class, 800 range, 0.8 fire rate. It does 91.34 electronic damage, electromagnetic damage, and it's 6 power, which is too bad. And then we have the 1040 Guardian shield generator from Dogstar, C-Class, 12 max power, 1350 shield health. Now we could definitely improve upon that shield. We go with the usual, the Assurance, this bad boy here, best shield in the game. It is C-Class, 12 power, 1600, so an extra 250. And it's... what? It's cheaper? It's more heavy, but it's cheaper. That's kind of weird, but okay. And then we have at the back here, we have two of these Amandun X200 engines from Amandun, C-Class, 3 power, 21,240 engine thrust, 7,200 maneuvering thrust. Not bad engines. I want to see if these are the best. I'm probably not going to have this engines where I am, just because I am in, oh wait, no. I am currently in Nova Galactic's area. Oh no, they do have them, okay. The X300 is the best. Was that the ones they had? Yeah, no, they didn't, okay. So you could, if you wanted to swap the engines, you could get an extra... ooh. Almost an extra 5k for 4.8k thrust, engine thrust, and then an extra 1200 maneuvering, which is very good. And then we have the SGD 3300 grav drive from Slane Aerospace, C-Class, 11 max power, 45 jump thrust in the current config gives us 30 light years. Now I would recommend improving upon that, just because we can get it up to 50, which will give us more room to maneuver. So this J52 one here, 11 power gives us 50, and it's about 40k more expensive without perks. Now for the landing gear, we have 2 landing gear on this side. We have 2 of these Deimos 220 CB landing gear, port and starboard. And then for the aesthetic pieces, on the front, we have 2 of these Nova cowling, 1 port starboard and 1 for starboard. Port 4 and starboard 4. We have the Deimos braking engine, Nova bracer. We have 4 of these equipment plates, 2 each side. We have a porthole starboard there and a porthole port there. We have this Horizon weapon mount there. We have another porthole starboard there and another porthole port there. We have 2 of these Nova engine bracers. We have the Nova bracer there, and that is it. And then on the bottom, we have the Nova Galactic storeroom 1x1, the Nova Galactic infirmary 2x1, the Nova Galactic science lab 2x1, the Nova Galactic storeroom and the storeroom 1x1. And we have a Galleon S204 cargo hold. That's 1480 cargo. Not bad. And then for the landing gear, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've 7 of these 6 AccuLander 11 landing gear from Stroud Eklund. And then 1 Pinpoint 4G landing gear. And then here we have the Stability Pro landing bay from Stroud Eklund. And then for the structural pieces, we have 2 of these cowlings again, 1 on each side, and then we have the porthole 4. So we're going to put the ship back together, and we're going to get to work upgrading it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the weapons, and I'm going to remove that bridge, because I'm going to make this primarily a Nova Galactic vessel. So I'm going to... Oops. Now, normally when you delete pieces, they just, even if the vendor doesn't sell them, they will go into the vendor's inventory briefly, but it can kind of be hit and miss, so I'm just going to move these over there for a moment. Now, so what we're going to do is first we're going to work on upgrading some of the pieces. So we're going to remove the reactor and the grav drives. There's the grav drive there. We're going to replace that grav drive like so. And for the reactor... Perfect. Now, we're going to go down underneath the ship real quick. So we're going to remove this cargo hold galleon, and we're going to remove this storeroom. And we're going to put a workshop here. And the reason we're doing the workshop is because we'll be able to, it'll be connected directly to the entryway, which is there. Now, for the... We're going to remove this engine room. And we're going to remove these pieces here. So we're kind of heavily modifying the vessel as is currently. But I think it'll look good in the end of it, so I'm going to remove these landing gear. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to put another storeroom here. Now, the mess hall is kind of fine as is, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually... Let me think. I want to put the cockpit up first. I want to see how it's going to fit. The Cabot bridge. So, okay, so we need... If we were to put that there, would it snap to it? It would. Ooh. Okay, we might have to go back for the Deimos bridge, actually. Yeah, we'll stick with the Deimos Ares bridge. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to remove these fuel tanks very briefly. And we're going to replace them. We're going to replace them with some of these smaller fuel tanks. I'm gonna go with some of the, where are they? Some of these bad boys. You can't go wrong with these, they're pretty nice. Like so. Now is that ship exceeds maximum length? What? How does it exceed maximum length? I didn't add anything to it. What? Oh, is it these pieces? Oh, okay, they're fair. Like, very confused there. Right, so... we want to do is, so for the engines, going to replace the engines with the better versions. Engines. So what other engines do we have potentially? So obviously we've got these big supernova engines. What's the main difference? Oh, they give a lot of thrust actually. Oh my god. Okay, we're definitely. Oh, they've only got 4 power. Well, that's a bit annoying. Okay, so we're gonna. So what we're going to do is we're going to put you there. We're gonna put you down there. Alright, we need to kind of fiddle with this a little bit just to get it fixed. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna need some structural pieces. It's gonna be too long. We just basically need like something like we could use a bracer briefly just to kind of see. Ideally, what we need to do is we need these. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll double engines here. Yeah, that looks good. And then we're gonna put this here like so. Now we need to use some. Need to kind of use some pieces here to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. Suppose some. Oh, we need actually the shield. We'll worry about the shield. I mean, actually, we'll do structural. I feel like structural matters the most. Okay, so going to remove this landing gear here and put this bad boy in the middle. And then what we're going to do is we need something there. I'll actually we'll put the fuel here. Like so. Perfect. And then we're gonna do a little bit of merging. It's not a huge thing, but I'm just gonna add it just for the sake of it. Now if you don't want to merge, you don't have to. So to merge, you just slap it there, and then we're gonna flip it like that, and then same again. Flip it like that. Perfect. And then we're going to do the same over here, just to kind of give it some niceness. Now next, we need some. I'm gonna flip these here. I'm just basically trying to like hide as much of the kind of the non-essential pieces as possible, or hide the essential pieces, I should say. Not too bad. And then what else we got? Actually, we could potentially use this. See, how does that look? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Now for our cargo, we're going to get 2 of these bad boys. Actually, we could just use 2 of these. What's the weight on these? 312 for 1400. These technically are better. Let's see what other ones do we have. Just trying to figure out the weight of some of them. We'll use these ones for now. Well, actually, we could put those there like so, just to kind of level it out a little bit. Ship's missing a docker. Landing bay needs to be connected to the cockpit. Yes, so the cockpit's not currently connected. So what we need to do to connect that is we need to bring this. See, we could bring it forward, but Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge this engine into this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the engine here, and then basically we're going to merge it inside itself, because what I want to do, there's a lot of merging here. I know some people don't like merging, but I feel like this is just kind of, if you kind of copy what I do, there is some like stuff you can kind of get away with without needing to merge. So to merge it, we're just going to put it above and then drop it down one. Now the reason I'm doing that, we can actually do the same thing here. We're going to merge it in there. The reason I am doing this merge is because, oh, this one won't snap down. Interesting. Will it snap at the bottom? Okay, it snaps. Will it snap at the bottom? No, this one doesn't have a snap point currently. Wait, actually, let me see. What if I... Will it have a snap point then? No, I won't snap. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that now. What I'm going to do is we're going to... There's a Nova Galactic workshop there, and we're going to put a storeroom down here. And then we're going to put another storeroom up like that. We're basically going to sit that back there like so, and then we're going to do another... Oops. Put that there like so. And then... Oh, I didn't even need to do the technique on that one. Well, actually, we'll keep that as is, and we're going to put the docking port up there. Docker... Pro Docker, like so. Oh, we just did one attached module. That's perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna work on some of these side pieces. So we've got a storeroom there, another storeroom there. We're gonna see what Nova Galactic habitats we can play around with. So do they have a, what do they have? Do they have a battle station? I kind of want to put a battle station on this. So we're gonna remove this. We're gonna put this armory off to one side. Whoops. I don't know how I did that. That was not meant to do that. And then we're going to put this battle station in here, like so. And then... I feel like we're pretty much good to go currently. Got these pieces up top. We will deal with them in a minute. So let's look at some structural pieces. Alright, so we'll go structural. So we're going to the landing bay. We're going to move the landing bay up a little bit. We're basically going to replace it. I'm going to put it here. And the reason we're doing this, the main reason we're doing this is because I want to modify it. We're going to quickly replace the workshop. So we're going to put, that's going to be the science lab. That's going to be the infirmary here. And then we're going to put the workshop here. Just because I like to have the workshop, like, easy access. Then I'm going to slap that there. now, let me see here. We'll keep that. Well, actually, we'll keep that down because what I was thinking of putting turreted weapons on each side, so we'll just see about that. Like so. And we'll put another one here like that. Need more structural pieces. I'm just gonna see that. That sticks in quite a lot. That would be very awkward looking. Remove these pieces here, and we're going to put the captain's quarters all the way over here. And that way we can put a little window up here for him. We've got the all-in-one berth, we've got the mess hall. And we're going to put a... Let me see what we put. Put living quarters here, like so. Perfect. Now, we have some of these... Putting these here just to kind of add some kind of aesthetic pieces like so, and then we're going to get some weapons. So what with turreted weapons, I like to go with turreted ballistic or not ballistic, turreted particle weapons, because they're kind of just the best. I'm gonna go with these, but actually let me see is there any what C1s have. I don't really like how the C1s look usually. So I'm not a huge... Oh, I actually like these ones, actually. No, we're going to go with these ones. These are 2.5. Yeah, these are better. And... that's looking good so far. Now, you could do that. But I'm not going to. Actually, I know I said I'm going to make this Nova Galactic, but I'm tempted to use these just to see how she looks. How does it look? Oh. You got to drop it? Where did that go? I don't know what happened there. That was kind of weird. So snap it. Snap it back and let go of it. Where is it going? It's going inside that. That's kind of strange. What is going on? Oh, it's dropping down. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we're just gonna mount that there first. And we're gonna flip it back, and again we're gonna snap this back in place. Just to see, let me see. It doesn't look too bad, but we're gonna leave it open for now. Now on the top, we have some work to do on the top to make it look a little nicer. See, I could raise this up one more level. I just want to see what that would look like. How would that look? It's going to be very high, but I just want to see. Not the nicest looking thing, but it's not inherently bad currently. We'd need to kind of, I feel like we'd need to for the moment. Maybe not one of them. That's gonna be too long. Yeah, it's too long. I'm actually curious what would happen if we sink this. So we're gonna really quickly check something. So we're gonna remove these pieces for the moment. We're gonna make the ship shape, and then I'm gonna just check the bridge, because I'm normally very against the idea of like snapping pieces like inside other pieces, but I just want to see what it looks like. See if it's like super obvious. I feel like it's gonna be super obvious. So we're just gonna put this here for now, and then we'll just really quickly check it. Why is it? It's being very finicky. What are we missing? Okay, so we're just gonna slap these bad boys on for now, just so we can test it. We'll be back in a second. I'm just gonna test, see what it looks like. Yes, just to confirm, I did check, and it is glitching through, so we're not gonna be going with that. So we're just gonna go back and keep building. All right, so we're gonna have to remove these. So whoops, something else. While I had kind of quickly traveled, so I initially had a 2x1 here, the captain's quarters, but for some reason it extends out to 41, so I have to remove that, which is kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, so we're gonna still try and... What about... Oh, see now that? It shouldn't merge, but I'm not gonna take any chances. For the, let's see, I'm just gonna make this white for the time being, just so it fits with the rest of it. Structural Nova Galactic. What do you got for me? You got anything nice? You got some wings? I could put some wings somewhere potentially. Some wings at the front. This window. I quite like the Nova Galactic wings. We're gonna come out here. Perfect. Just kind of wish you could keep snapping them. I don't know why you can't. It seems like a bit of a... and I'm gonna remove these just so I can put these here. Just your little winglets at the back, just to... so you can potentially put weapons there. See, that shouldn't merge in, but it probably will. Does that look there if we were to flip these? Well, actually, we're gonna make use of some of these for like forward mounted turrets. So we're gonna put one each side like that, and then we're gonna put some... Oops. Put two more turrets on the front here. Perfect. And then we're going to remove that. Now up here we have... we could do for the docking area. The bay. What would this look like if we remove this? Can we slap this in there? No, you don't want to play ball, do you? Well, maybe actually. Hold on now. So if we were to remove the infirmary, then we put this under here, like so. That's not too bad. And then we could technically put this. We could put this up here, like so. Now we're gonna have to remove this. We're gonna basically change the landing gear, because there is Nova Galactic landing gear. I feel like we should stick with Nova Galactic since we're doing Nova Galactic. So if we go for the landing gear, so here, so we have these Nova Galactic, these NG ones. Now, there's a couple of different versions, but I like these big ones here. So we're gonna one there, and one there, and then same across the other side. These give a lot of thrust, which is really nice. And then we could put this forward like so and have another one there. Actually, no, we don't really need another one there. Where does this come in from? Oh, this goes up. Okay, that's going to be slightly problematic. It's a ladder, isn't it? Yeah, it's a ladder. Okay. We're gonna have to fiddle with it a little bit. So we've got the all-in-one berth here. We're going to remove this all-in-one berth. And we're going to place the... We're going to place the workshop up here. Instead down below. Workshop there. We're going to make this an all-in-one berth 2A, and then to make this the all-in-one berth 2B. And then what's the error? Papers unattached modules. What? So all these are attached? All these can attach to that? Interesting. So we'll pull these back then a little bit, like so. And then what we will do is... these need to be attached to something, so we're going to go with some structural pieces. Going to give us a little bit more fuel to play around with. So we're going to put 2 fuel down here, and then we're going to snap these there so they're perfect. And then like so, just to kind of hide it a little bit. Oops. And so we need to add some other weaponry. See, the top is quite... like, you could potentially put this, like, at the front. Potentially. Actually, that might not look too bad. Alright, so we're gonna try that real quick. I know this is kind of completely changing the design of the vessel. But... so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna move these turreted weapons for now. We'll place them back in a moment. So we've got the mess hall. I quite like the mess hall, and we have this. We need to move it back a little bit though, potentially. So we're gonna remove these for the moment, and we're gonna remove the mess hall just because I want this to be more of a combat vessel. So with the habitat modules, I'm gonna put the workshop there. We're gonna put the, let me see, we gotta slap this there like so, perfect. And we're going to put the all-in-one berth A there, all-in-one berth B there, and then we have like this little spot here. We're going to we have some space for some 3x1s. We have an engineering base, so we're going to... do we want to use an engineering bay? I mean, realistically we could, but... I'm just trying to think if we back that up, actually. Structural. I want to... Ideally, I want to, like, make that... like, connect it so it looks a little better. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I use these... Oh, they're gonna... Yeah, they'll definitely stick in. What about these? Will they stick in? Yeah, no, they're gonna... Where are they? Yeah, they will stick in 100%. What other pieces do we have we could technically fiddle with? Big radiators. See, I wish you could flip these, because you can tell they're like slightly off-centered, and that like really bothers me when you're trying to make like a specific build. Put these there, we're not gonna have these here. The Shroud Cowling would look kind of nice, but Nova Galactic. No, I want to hide them. We might just have to put some 1x1s over them, just to kind of hide them a little bit. What's our storage in now? Oh, maybe we could add some storage, actually. Some cargo. Add some little cargo like that. Yeah, that'll do. And then we're just going to make them white for the time being. Alright, and... oh, we need to remove this back piece like so. Put the docking port like right there at the back. Then we're going to add some more turreted weapons just on top, and then we're pretty much done. So this is kind of a trickier build, because like I said, I was trying to like ideally I wanted to make the vessel, like I wanted to kind of have it like, what would you say, like I kind of wanted to make like an only Nova Galactic, and that was like slightly tricky to do. Just because, like, Nova Galactic has some really good pieces, but it kind of lacks in other things. Like, see these, like these, this in here, you could probably squeeze in one of the Stroud Eklund pieces, but I didn't want to do that because Nova Galactic. And then we're just, for the secondary weapon, we're just going to go with some Vanguard Obliterator cannons, because why not? Oh, actually, going to put them there. And then we're going to put... do there, because it's going to be completely overkill, you know? You gotta... stuff needs to die, it'll die. And then... weapons, there's a primary weapon. Now you have enough power and kind of stuff for to put like an extra set of weapons on it. I'm actually going to pause very quickly just to fiddle with this, because I want to check something. Alright, so yeah, so I just added some of these pieces here. I strapped them up there, just to kind of break it up a little bit, and then I added another piece here. So that's pretty much it. It's not too bad. I quite like the look of it. Nova Galactic, like it's like I was saying, like it's kind of tricky to make like certain Nova Galactic ships, because Nova Galactic pieces are really good for like smaller vessels. But like as you can see with like Nova Galactics, like say when you're like making like a large ship, like you have these like gaps between the habitats, and I'm not a huge fan of it personally. But yeah, anyway, that was it. Let me know what you guys think of the upgrades, and just in general, what's your guys' opinion on this ship? I quite like it. Its initial kind of layout is very unique, very interesting. I like the use of the Deimos bridge. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this sort of content, and check out some other reviews. Bye bye.